Hey everyone, Ivy Lee Gaming here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. And for today, we have an update preview and a proper patch notes to go over.
The finest blood for the most untainted soul.
So I'm a little bit late to the party, and I'm way too big right now. Let me get smaller over here. But yeah, we have stuff to talk about. So I was super busy today with some other video stuff, and I posted my collab, which if you guys haven't seen it, please go check out my collab with Apocalypto 1775. He has great content, nice personality, really cool guy. I think you guys will like him too. So go give him a sub. He was a baby channel with only 31 subscribers, guys. Let's go change that and go watch our beginner video. The beginner tips that we did on his channel are really great to showcase some like key little updated tips, I guess, for new players. And even a big tip that I bet some end game players have completely forgotten about. Which he did in the video, which was funny, and I literally forget about almost every day. So, on that note, yeah, I was busy. I had a live stream for the other game, Hype with Dragonair. Yeah, I do kind of have a busy schedule with live streams over on Twitch for Dragonair, and along with it, I had a big announcement video for a cool collab. We have Elminster from the Dungeons and Dragons universe coming in to the game in February, just like our Drista Orden collab last season. So lots of hype, lots of excitement over on that channel. So yeah, go check out that video in my other, and make sure you're following and subscribe to my other YouTube channel if you're interested in that game at all, as well as this channel is only for Watchers of Realms. This is a dedicated channel. All right. So, but I might shamelessly self-promote my own things every once in a while. That's about it. But no ads otherwise right now. Unless it's related to Watcher of Realms. Okay, speaking of which, Watcher of Realms. Holy crap, let me really get into this now. I rambled for a minute there, I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm feeling mostly okay. I just have moments where my throat's a little funky or my nose gets stuffy, but I'm trying. So we have an update announcement for stuff coming the 29th. So next, what is that? Next Monday, we have a big update coming. And then we have a February preview of what's to come after that. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. So let's start with this one first, right? Yeah, I don't think we're missing anything else. We still have the shard summon for Vladov going on. And all of these events for the Luminance, Festival of Luminance going on as well. So it's poppin'. It is really poppin'. But our update announcement, I'm going to read through and discuss. So the new exclusive Forge feature has been introduced. Come and forge exclusive artifacts for your heroes. Also, the playtest mode for Guild Boss has been introduced. Commanders can test their lineup without consuming Crusade rooms and get prepared for the real fight. And this is, again, the 29th of January. So a lot of this is going to sound very familiar if you watch my Forerunner server update videos to kind of get an idea of what's to come, because more than likely, this is exactly what is coming. Is stuff that has already happened on the Forerunner server. So let's talk about it. Guild Boss. Introduced playtest mode for Guild Boss, accessible via Guild Boss team. This mode does not consume daily challenge attempts. Commanders can challenge the Guild Boss in playtest mode. When a new Dragon Blood record is reached, the auto-fight result will be updated. When failing to surpass previous Dragon Blood records, commanders may manually update the battle data at their own discretion. So it does sound like you can actually push your team to the max and test and test and test. And if you happen to get the best run possible while doing your playtest mode, it will save for your auto fights in the future. I'm really happy for that. That's exactly what we were hoping for. Also, they lowered the requirement for Nightmare 3 from 20,000 blood drops to 18,000. Removed rare skill crystals and grand insignia random bundles from the reward pool of all guild boss Nightmare 4 chests. Thank you. To be fair, nobody needs rare skill crystals from guild boss no matter what stage you're in, because you only level up so many rare heroes, period. Well, I guess you need them from somewhere, but you could probably give us one spot to get them from in the whole game and that's it. Like events or something? I don't even know. But nobody really needs those. Nobody is leveling up 100 rares. Alright. Removed epic skill crystals from the reward pool of guild boss Nightmare 4 mythic chest. Which is great because, again, epic from the mythic chest. I mean, I can't say this is bad. It is a good way to get epic skills. But eventually you just have so many, and if you really want them, you can buy them from like the arena shop if you are working on a bunch of epics. So this is pretty solid, from the mythic chest at least. Removed auto fight chances, arena permits, guild coins, mithril, flawless meteorites from the reward pool of guild boss Nightmare 3 and 4 mythic chests. So from the top chests, again, removing those random meh rewards. Increase the quantity of XP potions rewarded in all guild boss chests. That's good to see. It was such a tiny amount, it didn't really feel like anything. Added legendary summoning crystal shard. So added shards for, not the whole thing. Legendary summoning crystals, ancient summoning crystals, 5-star psychic powers, and legendary skill crystals to the reward pool for Nightmare 3, mythic chests, and all Nightmare 4 chests. So I think this is okay if we don't get them when it goes gold. This is my only concern, is that they're going to give them to us instead of getting a legendary skill crystal. When I see that gold shining mythic chest, I get a fragment. I'm going to be really disappointed. I'd hope that it's not the case, because that's actually a nerf to the rewards, not making them better. But one thing I don't see, I just noticed, the one thing I don't see is removing the mythic extract from Nightmare, from any gold drop mythic chest. That's just not a top tier reward. It's like an easy farmable thing that we always have way too many of. We do not need that. Nothing is more annoying than seeing the chest shine gold, and the reason it's gold is because of a mythic extract. So this is an amazing update. Amazing. But not perfect. And I actually forgot, I had given some feedback to staff, and they asked me to put it in the proper feedback channel in the Discord, and I forgot to do that. I need to do that. Alright, so that's still, overall, that's an amazing improvement to get rid of the man rewards and add in some stuff that's a little bit more useful. As long as they're not nerfing our chances to get an actual legendary skill crystal by giving us shards of it instead, kind of thing, you know. Alright, or adding more things to the pool, like, that would take away from our chances to get a legendary soul stone, then that would be bad. Alright, Guild War. Added MVP rewards for each round of Guild War. The player with the highest personal contribution in the current round will receive MVP reward. Only players who have launched attacks in the current round are eligible for MVP. I don't like this at all, and when I said this to someone, I can't even remember. It might have been in our guild chat, I don't remember. But I don't like this at all. This is just asking for whoever is the first person to wake up when or be awake at reset, like us Europeans are. I'm American, but I live in Europe, whatever. We have an advantage. You can wake up, you can fight the easiest teams to make sure you have 100% win rate. You could fight the strongholds first if they're really easy. You could take the best battles and make sure you're the MVP every single time. And the people that are stuck waiting till later to fight because they're still sleeping, like on the other side of the pond over in the States or South America or Canada or whatever, they are going to have no chance. It's just going to be a who can do it first and get 8 out of 8 wins. And then it'll also make people want to be selfish to where if we get a weird matchup like my guild did recently, where there's not even enough fights for everyone to even compete if people use all 8, they're just going to do all 8 just so they're the top contribution. I don't like that. I really don't like the MVP reward system. I think it's encouraging people to be selfish, not do what's needed for the guild. Because the same people that are going to try for the MVP rewards are the same people that are already playing. It's not going to encourage more people to be active and pay attention, you know? All right, anyway, let's move on. Increase the level cap of all demon soldiers to 20. Modify the logic behind forming garrison teams, allowing players to add additional formations without switching fortifications. Implemented a new button on the calculation interface for sharing battle results, and modified the logic behind affiliating demon soldiers. Okay, on to Void Rift. Optimized the experience of Void Rift and lowered the difficulty of some stages. The first clear rewards for Void Rift have been adjusted and can now be collected for each phase. The total amount of first clear rewards for each difficulty remain unchanged. Added gleaming meteorites to map drops on hard. Nightmare difficulty levels, which can be used to forge exclusive artifacts. Yay! All right, so there it is. Gleaming meteorites from hard and nightmare only. Maybe there'll be other ways to get gleaming meteorites from events and stuff, but nice to know it's coming from there. They also adjusted Hex's Awaken 3. They actually had to sort of nerf it by limiting it. So it's up to a maximum increase of 30 seconds for this Awaken 3. Before there was no maximum. But it did not affect people on the Forerunner server from what I heard. It's just more of a check to balance and not let his exclusive artifact be broken, which would cause this to trigger way more often and could go for longer than 30 seconds. I think it's just kind of a check to make sure that if someone gets his exclusive artifact, he's not extremely broken compared to, you know, just for balance sake, right? All right. So Cratch got the actual buff now of minus 22, or down to 22 instead of 24 for the cost. Not good enough to still want to use Cratch at all. It's an improvement, but hopefully in the future they will further improve him. The Sargok trigger chance for his talent goes up to 20%. Bloodshed Fury has the attack increase from 30% to 45% max. And at Awaken 3, Blood Spear now deals 50% increased damage to elites and bosses. So Sargok got a pretty nice buff. It definitely makes me want to throw him back into Guild Boss if I could. I don't think I can now, but it sounds like it would be really fun. Especially if that future amazing Lord Valderon that I just had a video on, if that guy comes to Global and people start pulling him and you make a chaotic focused Guild Boss team, Sargok is absolutely solid now. He's got that he kind of synergizes with Bleed, which can be great with like some of the Nightmare faction people, or some of the people in the Chaos also do Bleed as well. All right, so Dasomi got an upgrade to the talent. Oh, this was changed too. The way this looks like, it looks like they're keeping it the same. All right, so they got rid of this weird like based on crit thing. And it's now his basic attack has a 30% chance to grant Potent Magic Incense instead, lasting for 6 seconds, starting from the 6th incense granted. Magic Incense or Potent Magic Incense will apply 20% inspiration to all allies, or to allies, sorry. Potent Magic Incense, if the bearer's HP is above 50%, dispels 1 debuff per second. Otherwise, restores their HP based on their max HP and the caster's attack per second. Guardian Fume now grants 1 shield to 1 ally in range with HP below 35% for 10 seconds. The shield strength equals up to 100% of the target's max HP. The cooldown is up to 40 to 30 seconds. So, and then an Awaken 1 is now increases the chance of basic attack granting potent magic incense to 50%. Awaken 3, after permeating incense is fully stacked, all basic attacks will grant potent magic incense instead. And Awaken 5 increases the healing multiplier of magic incense applied during the effect of Vitality Incense by 50%. Oh wait, no, that's what it was. Excuse me. When casting Vitality Incense, the cooldown of Guardian Fume immediately ends. During the effect of Vitality Incense reduces the cooldown of Guardian Fume to 10 seconds. He sounds, or she, I can't remember. The lizard, another lizard that heals, sounds really good. Like, this sounds like such a good buff and so interesting, and making it a really diverse, unique healer and support unit. Really, really, really cool. Does so many owners be happy? So, their exclusive artifact, Dream Glow Repository. When basic attack inflicts magic incense, there's a 50% chance to grant the target a shield equal to 50% of the target's max HP, lasting 15%, lasting for 6 seconds. Alright, Legaru got a change as well. So his ultimate, every 12 seconds the hero consumes 20% of current HP to trigger a lethal strike one time, dealing 240% damage. Someone said this was a nerf, but how is it a nerf? It was 60%, it's now 240. Someone said it was 320% and now it's 240. Why did they nerf him? That's not a nerf. I don't know. When HP is below 50%, damage increases by 60%. Maybe the way it maths out, I don't know. Alright, anyway. Still sounds better to me. Thirst for Blood. When HP is below below 60%, all attacks launched will hit targets 2 times in a row. Okay. Feral Fury. When deployed, it deducts 40% of the hero's current HP and increases damage dealt by up to 40%. So this is, again, both of these are read completely different than what the skills were before. I'm not going to read what it was before. Awaken 1 will be changed to when every 1% of the max HP lost increases attack speed by 2%, by 2, up to 160. Alright, we have Fighter Arrogance is getting a bond skill added. With Lust, as we know, who's coming to the game. The Immolating Sadist, who will unlock the following bonus effect. Increases attack by 15% during the effect of Hellfire. Nice attack boost, I like it. Also, they're bug-fixing Valeria. During the ultimate, after receiving fatal damage and entering into unyielding state, the hero will now die immediately once the ultimate ends and not be revived or enter unyielding state again. So she was bugged and not working appropriately. So if you all of a sudden notice your Valeria dying more often, it's probably because she should be. And then we have the rare Drogo is now a Star Piercer. And he has a talent of deals 25% increased damage to airborne units. So that could come in handy if you're needing people for some faction trials, maybe. Mage Navaris now can be fused by Gonkpa, Ragrok, Langland, and Rogers. And then we added a bunch of new artifacts to the game. Exclusives for Lasir, Vienna, Araka, Morrigan, Hex, Salazar, Cerberus, and Lust. Lust's artifact, which we haven't seen yet, or seen her yet, Captivation of Burning Desire, increases crit damage by up to 45%. When triggering Sinful Lash, it will be triggered 2 consecutive times. Whew, she's gonna be fun. She's going to be fun. Alright, others introduced the exclusive Forge to the Artifact Forge system, enabling commanders to forge exclusive artifacts for their heroes. The exclusive forge requires gleaming meteorite, which can be obtained from Void Rift, Hard, and Nightmare. Introduce the background fight feature. Oh wait, this is pointless. I can cleanse my gear, yay. Clear campaign stages normal 8-4 to unlock. Commanders can now enable background fight on the autofight page and check its progress in camp. When background fight is running, commanders have the freedom to carry out other tasks in the game with the sole exception of entering battles. If the game is put in the background fight will pause temporarily. It will resume when you return to the game. This is literally no point to have a background fight if you can't do other things while the background fight is happening. At the very least, we should be able to run arena and guild boss while a dungeon is farming. At the very least, if not, be able to do Void Rift or something as well. Like, I want to farm Gear Raid 3 while I'm doing my Void Rift. Like, that's the whole point of a background fight. Or a true background fight is the types, which I understand, depending on how the system is, the behind the scenes that I know nothing about, but is possible in some games, depending on the way their servers are set up. I understand it's some people try to criticize in the comments, but it's like, I don't care. I don't know anything about the technology. I'm just saying I know what's possible in other games. There are ways to do this. I know it. Where they're literally not even needing to have your phone open. You set up a bunch of fights, you close the game, you come back later. There are ways to do that where you're not even opening up a battle. The game just generates random rewards based on what you're doing. Like, you're like, okay, you have a bunch of lists. Gear Raid 2, 100 fights, send. And it says like, all right, this is done in 6 hours and whatever minutes. Gear Raid 1, blah, 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 fights, send. Okay, this will be done in 3 hours and whatever minutes. Once that time is, you click a button, claim, and boom, you just get rewards. Nothing is really running in the background. That's one thing that Summoner's Glory did really cool for some of their types of dungeons, where it was never really going to the dungeons and setting up an auto fight in the background. It was just like there's a menu and it will auto generate rewards based on pretending you're doing fights, but really it just 100% assumes you're going to win every time and there's no issue. All right. Optimized Hero's Visit. You can now receive rewards for each quest immediately upon completion rather than waiting for completion of all quests. Optimize the performance of Hero's Visit. Optimize the auto fight feature. Even if the recorded operation finishes, the hero's skills will continue to be cast automatically, therefore performing battle efficiency. Yeah, because there's been times where like you're done with what you did in a battle, but because you have Power of Dominance on, you're just sitting there. You're like, you did things faster than the game. Well, than you did the first time on manual. So you're just sitting there holding your ultimates, not using them for no reason. Done that before. Alright, optimize the logic behind Quick Equip. Optimize the performance of Quick Enhance by speeding up the animation. Yeah, they like slowed down the animation. That was really weird. Optimize the Quick Star Up feature. Commanders can now cancel all selected heroes in one tap. And commanders may now use the hero from the unnameable faction in all faction trials. There it is. Ajax is now able to be used in all faction trials, which was really important for us Ajax owners. Just kidding. That too. But that is going to be amazing. But this guy would reset your pity from an ancient summoning crystal lord pity. Oh, lord only pity. He wasn't a lord. He's not a lord. So the fact that they give him more value by allowing you to use him in all faction trials, that kind of makes up for the fact that as he resets a lord pity, even though he's not a lord. So, all right, guys, I like it. Good update. Wait, we're not done. We're not done yet. Oh my god. February content update. Oh my gosh. I was just like, we're done. That was crazy. No, we're not done yet. Okay. February content update preview. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm all itchy over here. Sorry, I'm dry skin. I'm so itchy. I'm done. Trying not to die. Immortal Codex new boss. So some of this is related to not really February, but what's January update? Okay. Or this is going to be a summary or a visual of what we're looking at, or what we just read in the update announcement for some of it. Gleaming meteorites, exclusive, Forge exclusive artifacts, guild boss playtest, and new features and exclusive artifacts. Immortal Codex new boss, the Hellfire Emperor. This is going to be so cool. I cannot wait. This is the one where we're going to need defenders. And this is going to be a fun, unique challenge. I'm excited for this one. The Hellfire Emperor stirs from centuries of slumber, setting the stage for an impending fury doomsday. Tread with caution when facing the Emperor and his purifying inferno, and be even more vigilant. Wow, I can't talk all of a sudden. And be even more vigilant of those who follow him. They will stop at nothing to see that he rises, even if it means sacrificing themselves. This battle is all about stopping enemies. So damage dealing defenders are going to be amazing, but just defenders period is kind of what it's all about. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Void Rift optimizations. After the February update, they're going to be adding new ways to obtain exclusive artifacts. And this new item will be in the Forge. So this is after the February update. But this update is the 29th of January, which maybe they're counting that as the February update, I guess. But it doesn't say that that's, like, delayed. It makes it sound like it's happening on the 29th. So I guess the 29th is Monday, and that's when everything resets. Huh. Maybe that's what it means. Just after the update, boom, all of a sudden you can farm it? I don't know. Anyway, rewards are now easier to obtain. The first clear rewards for Void Rift have been adjusted to be collected for each phase. This is great, because if, like, let's say you clear phase 1 of Nightmare, but you just can't make it through phase 2, at least you can get some first clear bonus rewards. And then reduces the difficulty of some phases to help improve the overall experience. I want to know what this means. It's so vague. This is where in Mabucket's interview, he asked if you could be more specific sometimes. Like sometimes they'll be like, yeah, we fixed some bugs. Well, what were the bugs? And this is the case here too. You reduce the difficulty for some phases. Which phases? This is where we want more information, right? Guild boss playtest. Got a new hero to try. Find yourself limited by Crusade runes. Well, you definitely don't have to miss out on the new guild boss mode. Here you can stress test and optimize your team to your heart's content without spending a single rune. Battle records are automatically recorded too. Love it. I definitely use this for some testing of heroes' damage, just in general on the test server already. New exclusive artifacts. Now we can see the visuals of that. Again, we have Lassier, Vierna, Araka, Morrigan, Cerberus, Salazar, and Hex. All right, guys, there we have it. Now we're really done. That was a long update. But thank you guys for hanging out and watching and reading with me. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.